on CNN tonight, and she's doing it with her vice presidential pick, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. The focus among her critics is on policy. Tuesday, former President Trump's VP pick, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, told a rally in Michigan that she's copying the former president's policies. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Former President. Forgiveness plan.
The justice is turning down a request from the DOJ to lift a sweeping program known as the SAVE plan. You may recall last year the High Court struck down another Biden plan, which would have forgiven nearly a half.
Can you hear it now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
America is listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Okay. Now. I hear me now. Do you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I hear you. So, anyway, something's going on. We had a report that they could hear us in the background or hear me in the background before the show
we
came
were
on
talking
here.
about construction.
Yeah. Remodeling bathrooms.
Yes.
So maybe y'all picked up some information if that was true, but I don't know. I don't know where it came from. If that's the case.
I like what my informant just said, but I can't repeat it.
No, over the radio, it wouldn't be there either. So I don't know. Whatever.
He said he was listening on his car radio.
Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown.
Well, good morning. I'm Lee Barrows.
Coming up here in just a very short period of time, we're going to have to do a few things out of order here this morning, but we're going to be chatting with 3rd District Congressman, the Dr. Murphy.
Yes.
At about 7:20. So we're going to do well. Sorts of things prior to that. So we're going to have to kind of zip along out of order this morning, but just bear with us, okay?
We can do it. Yeah.
But Daddy, I'm afraid
What?
I might say the wrong thing. I don't want to sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. Daddy, you need to sit with me and hold my hand. And after this is over, please tuck me in tonight. Daddy, please.
What? I'm afraid.
How old is this woman who just might be the next president of the United States?
What?
Has she always depended on someone else to take care of her?
What?
The Democrats' choice for Biden's vice president, now their nominee for the highest elected position in this country, Kamala Harris, is taping her first, perhaps her only, news interview today to air tonight on CNN, but she will have her running mate sitting right alongside her. Serious political watchers should see this as a joke. Not since Biden was forced out of the race, with Harris taking his place, has she granted anyone, not even one, interview. 38 weeks with no contact except select audiences that her handlers have chosen. No policies other than the ones the DNC has put forth as its position. So I question you.
No.
Is she real?
No. Wait a minute. This is a pre-taped thing?
Yes, Bubba.
So they're going to edit out all the stupidity?
There you go.
So why even bother to watch it? You know what I heard her say this morning?
What's that?
IA. IA is a beautiful thing, and it's spelled IA.
I am what
which
I
is
am.
AI.
Her choice for networks, the second most liberal-leaning pro-Democrat, right behind MSNBC. That's because the NBC offshoot is made up of has-beens or wannabes. With CNN host Dana Bush, is not helping her credibility, not her ability one bit. As a lot of parents and grandparents did when it came time for their kids to learn to swim, you know what they did? They pushed them in the water with instructions to either sink or swim.
Yes.
That's what the voters of this country need to see now. Harris, all by herself, needs to sink or swim. Having Tampon Tim beside her can only do one thing: make her look less worse than he is. Pretty sure he'll be able to speak up when she forgets the answers to Dana's prepared questions that she was already provided. I would love to see all of the editing that will go on with the interview before it airs. If the Republicans want to have some fun, they would stake out every exit from CNN to see who slips out just before the show airs tonight, right after all of the edits are approved by a DNC team. To reiterate, what I'm telling you is my opinion, with a lot of tongue-in-cheek attitude, because that's how I woke up this morning. I am now awake. I am never woke.
I agree.
So there. House Republicans are claiming vindication over Meta CEO Birds admitted that his company was pressured by the Biden-Harris administration to censor certain COVID-19 content during the pandemic, intentional assault on our First Amendment rights. This abuse of power must end. That's what Zuckerberg said. Zuckerberg wrote to House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan earlier this week that he wished he and his company had been more outspoken about government censorship concerns back in 2021. Do you believe what Zuckerberg is writing now?
No.
You don't believe what he says that
No.
the
Oh,
Harris Biden team?
Yes, I believe that part.
Uh-huh.
Yes, but you know, him trying to act like he was doing it for the benefit of Facebook is bravo Sierra. But it's just like, you know, he's a huge donor to the Democratic
I
Party.
know he is. But some of that I think's coming to an end.
Phew.
I don't think you can get your money back once you donate it, can you?
No. Well, you can ask the candidate for it back.
No, well, good luck.
Candidate can give it back to you.
Think you would?
No.
Another man has been charged in connection with the infamous January 6th events at the Capitol in Washington. Unfortunately, he's an ex-Marine. I say that intentionally. Having been assigned to Camp Lejeune during part of his tour, the U.S. Attorney's Office says Nathan Thornsberry is charged with felony offenses of obstruction of law enforcement during a civil disorder and assaulting, resisting, or impeding certain officers, and 4 misdemeanors. Pictures and video show Thornsberry pushing and shoving police officers who were trying to keep rioters out of the Capitol. Pretty sure this gent knew that a lot of people were being arrested following that anti-American breach of peace, but that did not stop him from writing a book about it. Now, how smart is he? Not. The book was titled January 6th, A Patriot's Story. Apparently, one of the ex-Marine's friends dropped a dime on the FBI after he saw the book. That's a great friend, huh? And that, my friends, is what they call the final nail in his coffin. Thornsberry was identified in news videos, many of them videos that have been used to identify and indict any number of Americans. Thornsberry was not in the Marine Corps at the time. His enlistment ended in 2011. As a matter of fairness, not everyone that even walked to the Capitol after a Trump gathering in the nation's capital broke any laws. Those that resisted law enforcement, those that entered the Capitol after it was shut down, those that even walked into empty offices, once identified, they will be arrested. If you happen to have been there, and perhaps you saw yourself on TV, if you did something you shouldn't have done, you might want to find a country without extradition or reach out to the feds and save yourself from being hunted down, because it's going to happen.
Well, look, our friend Chris Barrett just reminded me it's Friday Eve.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we usually do that on Thursday mornings. It's Friday Eve.
Yep.
She reminded us. Thanks, Chris.
Okay, it's Friday Eve.
Oh,
Okie dokie. Let's see. Where are we?
thankful for some of our listeners that keep us straight.
Yeah, I still want to know where that audio came from.
Nothing was turned. I don't know.
Unless there's somebody's put a bug in here.
Could be AI.
You mean fake intelligence?
AI.
Fake
Fake
intelligence.
intelligence. It could
AI.
be.
Hey,
That wasn't you talking. That was
artificial is fake.
Yeah,
That means not real.
that's right.
So it's not real intelligence, right?
Right.
Okay. Just so we'll be there.
But it's good. And it's spelled AI.
Yeah. How do you pronounce it? A
AIOU.
A-E-I-O-U. What else is happening right quick? Like anything? Because we got to do some stuff early here.
I saw one of the Starlink booster went up last night, and when it went to land where it was supposed to land, it tipped over and blew up.
You saw it? Did it in
I
your
watched it
backyard?
live on YouTube.
Oh, I thought you saw it from your yard or something.
No, I watched it on YouTube.
Yeah, and I saw
And
one of the
when it-
shuttles one
when it-
year.
Tipped over and blew up. The narrator goes, "Oh dear."
One of the shuttles one year flew over Wilmington, right about sunset. We had advance notice because they had put out all this stuff. So it would happen. It was going to happen during the six o'clock news hour. So we had spotters outside with live camera waiting just in case. And we got it live as it flew over and circled over the station and headed back out.
It was a video. It was the SpaceX Falcon 9 booster. It crashed when it landed on the barge.
Well, that's one of Mr. Musk's things, and that's one of the rescue vehicles that's going to go up and attempt to bring the 2 astronauts back.
All I can
Next
tell you
February.
is you
boy.
saw when it came down, it just went sideways and pew, and
Just
I
fell
was like,
over.
whoa.
Well,
The
that's not good.
commentator is like, oh dear, I think we have a problem.
Whatever's.
It was
All right, let's
crazy.
take a quick break. We'll be back and do a little bit of weather. Then we'll be talking with Dr. Murphy. You're live on Local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME.
Scott Thigpen, owner of Mixed Masters Concrete, is happy to announce the opening of East Duplin Precast, LLC, specializing in durable 1,000-gallon concrete septic tanks. If you need a septic tank for your home or business,
Well,
call Scott at
I know on Facebook you probably hear me, but you should not hear me over the air.
910-0547 or the plant manager, Jaime Espino, at 910-298-6153 or 910-915-9612. East Duplin Precast LLC can handle an order for 1 septic tank or as many as you need if you're a contractor. We're brand new. East Duplin Precast LLC specializes in durable concrete septic tanks. 3663 North Carolina Highway 20. Proud to be a part of the continuing growth of Duplin, Onslow counties, and all of eastern North Carolina.
When it comes to painting paint supply, contractor homeowner, since 1957, people had depended on Jacksonville's premier paint store, CNS Paint, for all their painting supplies, and accessories, as well as providing expert knowledge and helping with a particular paint project. CNS Paint, with locations in Jacksonville at 6 Doris Avenue, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, and 105 Wayne Drive, Morehead City. CNS Paint is close and convenient to cover the Crystal Coast with quality PPG paint for any project, residential or commercial. Color is often the first impression of a home or community. PPG's team of designers, experienced in both new home construction and residential repaint, have compiled over 2,000 color schemes to provide you with a selection that appeals to homeowners. A beautiful and lasting paint job starts with quality PPG paint. For more information, phone 910-455-0210 or visit CNS Paint, 6 Doris Avenue, Jacksonville, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, or 105 Wayne Drive in Morehead City, or online, cspaintcenter.com. CNS Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
Summer vacation season is here, and if your plans include hitting the road to do some traveling, then make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle. A trip to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind, with the best value on all name brand tires, and the largest selection of used tires in the area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes and alignment service, and what is really nice is there's no long wait time. Silent Service Center knows you are busy and will have you back on the road in a hurry. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
Hampton Hadley of Hadley Family Chiropractic is a Palmer graduate and certified in chiropractic pediatrics. Hadley Family Chiropractic of Jacksonville offers comprehensive care for you. Hadley Family Chiropractic provides services for back pain, headaches, leg pain, neck pain, numbness, shoulder pain, work and sports injuries. Your comfort is your ultimate concern. Hadley Family Chiropractic offers state-of-the-art chiropractic care as well as transportation. There's very little wait time and same-day appointments are available. Open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 till 5, Friday 7:30 till 12, and available Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays by appointment. Hadley Family Chiropractic, 1905 Gun Branch Road, Jacksonville, by phone 910-938-2332. That's 910-938-2332 for Hadley Family Chiropractic.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting innocent air conditioning units. Yes, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling uncomfortable, hot, and in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Wait a minute, we're now getting word there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Oh, Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the scorcher. All right. Tune in again for another tale of Bryant Man, always doing whatever it takes.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this summer. Down East Heating and Air, serving our community for over 25 years. Down East can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today, 346-4311.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Well, hopefully all y'all can hear me right now because you're supposed to be able to hear me right now, but apparently we did have a little bit of a problem. Y'all heard me on Facebook. That's okay because I was testing that to be sure
Right.
that you
Right.
could.
Right.
And
Yes.
it seems like there's a thing here called POTS. They're potentiometers is the full name for
There's
them.
like 100 of them.
And they control the audio and the various inputs. And one of the mic inputs, the one that I use, apparently when I shut it down at times,
goodness
it
it
didn't
wasn't
quite
mine.
shut down all the way.
Right.
So I tapped it a few times, found the mistake. And as those guys who work on electronics know, you tap it, you beat it, and then you try to fix it. So I
Then
tapped
you got
it.
out the spray can. I was scared.
It's lighter fluid, so if it doesn't work, I just strike a match. No, it's a little electronic spray. Sometimes
Yes.
pots get dirty. Don't you hate it when your pot gets dirty? Today's marine forecast brought to you by Community Prevention Services. We know in normal situations how to predict the weather. The difference between the weather and depression is that there are things you can do with the assistance of counselors to help with depression. Sometimes known as major depressive disorder or clinical depression. It's a mood disorder that negatively affects how a person feels, thinks, acts, and handles daily activities. Sadness and grief may resemble depression, but they are not the same thing. Psychological depression is one of several types of depression and is one that a lot of people experience, sometimes with different triggers. Depression is a serious medical condition and the top cause of disability in American adults, believe it or not a laughing matter. A depressed man, his loved ones, and even his doctor may not even recognize depression. That's because men are less likely than women to talk about their feelings. And some depressed men don't even appear sad or down. Instead, men may be irritable, angry, or restless. They may even lash out at others. Whether a man or a woman, if you start recognizing that things are just not right, it might be time to reach out to the folks at Community Prevention Services. Luckily, they're located in Jacksonville. The counselors, each and every one, care about the clients. Together, they can work out a treatment plan that doesn't require drugs. And since too many people who are depressed resort to self-medication, drugs are not what they need. 910-353-0972. Offshore today, southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet, 2-foot waves from the southwest, 4 seconds apart, meeting 2-footers from the southeast. Choppy but not bad. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Tomorrow, southwesterly winds 5 to 10, seas around 2 feet. Sounds and rivers a light chop. And on Saturday, southwesterly winds 5 to 10, seas around 2 feet. Sounds and rivers a light chop.
Okay, and today we have a slight chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, sunny with a high near 95, with heat index values as high as 106.
That's gonna be hot.
Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of around 73. Friday, a chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 90. Friday night football, a chance of showers and thunderstorms before 8 p.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 72. And Saturday, a slight chance of late afternoon showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 89. Cold front.
You're trying to reach is not available.
Okay. Well, we're trying to reach Dr. Murphy and went to his voicemail. So we're going to give it another whirl here. Just a second. What you got going over there?
What have I got to go? I was just texting with Kelly when I talked to her a few minutes ago. Oh, she sounds so rough. So rough. I just so hope she gets better real soon and gets back in here
Yes.
with us. And just don't want her to be sick anymore. Yeah, I was telling you about the booster crash that I watched last night on YouTube Live. That was crazy. Very crazy. Oh, and in my email yesterday, I got an email from Major General retired Kevin Stewart, who is the CEO of the Museum of the Marine. And we've had him on the show several times. He's done great things for the Museum of the Marine, but he has resigned from his position as CEO due to health reasons. I just wanted to say we wish him the best on his journey.
Oh, absolutely.
He's just a terrific person. He's done a lot, and right now they're searching for a new CEO. And good things are
It's not
that we had the ground's already been broken out there, and so we look forward to see what the future brings. But just wanted to publicly say we wish Mr. Stewart, Major General Stewart, the best of health.
Absolutely. We certainly do. Dr. Greg Murphy, how are you, sir?
Well, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing fine. We're just trying to get our telephone system back in order. Lightning put a damper on us this year.
Yeah, I hear that. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, took out both of our network interfaces with the telephone system. So we got one of them coming back. It'll be back over the weekend, hopefully, and I'll be back up and operating. So, at any rate, we got you now. A bunch of things going on up there in the D.C. area.
Yeah, it's a very interesting time in politics. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Well, let's take first of all, I want to hit you up about the whole mess that started a little over a month ago with the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. That investigation, of course, I guess has turned up some deficiencies, shall we say, in the Secret Service.
Oh.
So.
The head of the Secret Service now, and it's the mantra of the Biden administration, is that everything has to be, DEI, diversity, equity.
Right.
And our world is laughing at us. The world is laughing at us because we've always been the best, we've been the smartest, we've been the most competent, and it's been based upon those type of things. And look, I'm fighting this in medicine, but now it just has to be that your competence is not based upon your skill. It's not based upon your work ethic. It's not based upon those things. It's based upon either the color of your skin, whether you have ovaries or not, or some other non-discriminatory factor that people base this on. And so, you saw the pictures. You saw the fact that there was a couple of the Secret Service guards or whatever, basically flailing around, had no idea what to do. And here they are trying to shield the president, and they're shorter than the president. And, it's by the grace of God. If he had not turned his head 45 degrees, he'd been dead.
Right.
But the fact that they didn't look at clues, they didn't do some things, it's just tragic. It's just absolutely tragic. And it's a scar upon our nation. And in so many ways, it is leading us down the path of Rome.
Do we think that by any chance there is something else at play here with this guy, that there may have been something deeper involved? Has anything come out to feed you guys any information that there may have been other parties involved in this? Or is this a complete solo operation?
I personally believe, Rayford, this was just a complete solo fellow.
So do I.
If God forbid, Trump had been killed, the conspiracy theories. I mean, good Lord, I saw one about the second gunman up on the water tower and all this other nonsense. No, he just was a deranged individual, had queried both Republican and Democrat national conventions and so many of these other things. He just was a deranged individual. It had nothing to do with a second source or other motive. I don't believe.
Yeah. Well,
nothing has proved otherwise to that fact.
Yeah, I agree. There needs to be, obviously, from those of us in the communications world, there needs to be another group of people who are working on intercommunications involving the Secret Service whenever they're out anywhere with some kind of a central location, to be able to talk and receive information from all of their other partners, as they keep calling them. Partners that you can't talk to are not partners. And if you depend upon cell phones, you and I both know they drop out all the time. Oh, you faded away. You must have gotten some far distance from your phone.
Can you hear me okay?
That's better. Yes, thank you.
Okay, sorry about that.
did a couple telephone town halls recently. Some fellow called, he was not happy with my FISA vote and some of these other things. Well, there is a balance. There is a balance between national security and personal privacy. There absolutely is. And jumping between the two, we want to make sure, especially given our southern border and the fact that they've opened up and allowed, so many individuals to come across our southern border who are on the terrorist watch list and all these other things. We have to keep an eye on what's happening for national security. And the methods and the means that these folks in the Secret Service had, just absolutely inadequate.
There was a lot of balls were dropped. I understand that. And hopefully that won't be happening again. I know some individuals have been transferred. I don't know whether any have been not, but it's a shame it had to come to this, but it is what it is. And hopefully the situation will be resolved before anything else happens, because there are people out there. We know it. There are people out there plotting and say, I could do a better job than that idiot.
Yeah. Oh, I get that all the time. And so, look, run for office, put your name on the dotted line.
Yeah. So, well, anyway, I hope things will work out. Now let's go to the Democrats' choice for presidents. She's going to do her first interview after 38 weeks under closed doors, behind closed doors, recorded interview to be played later tonight on CNN. I'm like, really? This is the way we're going to work this? And then I find out yesterday that she's have to have her daddy along, hold her hand.
Yeah.
What?
She is literally, she is literally the worst candidate we have ever had for the office of presidency. Period. Go back, look 3 months ago. Her approval rating was the lowest of any vice president in history.
Yeah.
And this is all engineered by the Democratic Party, a lot of it engineered by Nancy Pelosi, who I believe is one of the most evil, conniving, treacherous humans ever to live on the earth. And I know that those are hard things to say, and I don't take any delight in saying them, but this is what she's done. And here we are. We have a lady that is catapulted to candidacy for the top office in the land, who is absolutely incompetent. And her incompetence is proved now by her own party, where they won't let her speak to the media directly. It has to be a taped interview. And no, this is another identity politics kind of thing. She is like coronated to be the greatest thing in the world because of certain physical or otherwise features. And my God, we just need to pray. I mean, my gosh, this is just absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah. House, you guys, I guess, are pretty happy over there in the House with Mark Zuckerberg these days. He's not been a real friend of the conservative element for quite some time, but apparently he's said that he has admitted finally that back in 2021 that the I call it Harris and Biden administration now, because that's pretty much what it is, Harris and Biden administration, that they were telling them that they need to censor, that Zuckerberg needs to censor all these people that were putting bad stuff out there about COVID.
And look, he's like had a come to Jesus moment. Why, I don't know. Maybe he's just tired of coming before Congress and having to explain himself. Is that, here he is, the Democratic National Party, the party that says we're for democracy, has shown themselves to be the party of censorship, party of one party rule, the party of one monolithic thought. I go back to Fauci. I believe he's destroyed medicine. I hold personally responsible for destroying medicine because, you put 10 doctors in a room, sometimes you're going to get 10 different opinions. But he said there's only one opinion. He is medicine. He is science personified. And it has destroyed Americans' faith in medicine. And, personally, I've devoted my entire life to medicine, and it kills me that you have something like this, and then you have social media playing in to the fact that, there's only one way to think, and if you think otherwise, we're going to pretty much just negate anything you say.
Scary thing out of Kentucky yesterday. Got reports of a little girl. She's still in ICU. She, her parents filled a prescription for her doctor the pharmacy, that was on a Friday. The pharmacist called on Saturday, said, "Have you given the pills yet? How's it going?" We haven't given them to her yet. We're waiting to give them to her. She's not ready for it or whatever. And then the pharmacist tells the parent, "Well, we've had a little bit of problem, and there was some mix up in some of the prescriptions and the pills, and let us know if anything turns out wrong." Well, the next day, something turned out, which I would never have done. You got me at a drugstore, call me and tell me that something was wrong, and but the mama did it, and the girls in ICU. When the EMS arrived, get this, they got out and they knew exactly what the problem was because they had already responded that Sunday morning to 2 other cases from the same pharmacy, and they came out and gave her Narcan immediately. The pills were laced with Narcan. Bad, but they were prescription pills. Have we reached another level, another plateau here?
Rayford, our wonderful FDA, the one that's supposed to go and look at factories, look at how they do things, especially in India and China. I don't know. I can't say whether they've done it in the last 3 months, but they've since COVID not made on-site visits. They did video visits in these places, and so there are plenty of places in the country now that do not believe the safety of some of the generic medicines. University of Kentucky, for example, examines all their medicines that come in, things that the FDA should be doing, and it's tragic. It's absolutely tragic what has happened, especially with that child.
I was like, I read that and I'm like, I have to get drugs regularly every 90 days because of the other conditions dealing with that thing called a heart. I guess I got to do it for the rest of my life. I hope I live long enough to take the pills. Given these, what's coming down the pike, should I give the pharmacist one of my pills every time I go in? How about you taking this and get back to me?
Yeah, gosh, I think that's just absolutely absurd from the pharmacist. Most of our pharmacists, 99.99999%,
they're great people.
Physicians are wonderful people. Good Lord, that's beyond the pale, as they say. That's why that would happen. It's just, makes you sick to your stomach.
Okay, you went under some procedures earlier this year. About the last time we talked to you, the next day or so, you had to go see another doctor and get some things done. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I am. I'm blessed. I'm in a good spot. I had good surgeons, good doctors. I was having some really. This is by the grace of God. I bumped my head and honestly ordered my own CT scan and found this thing.
Wow.
Unrelated, but. Not often folks can do that, and no, I'm in a very, very good spot. My headaches have gone, and if I have to take a pill or 2 or something every day for replacement and stuff, then so be it. But I'm very, very blessed with my cancer, and
we're so glad.
Excellent. We're happy with that one.
Yes.
Please.
Many prayers were said and sent.
Yes, absolutely. Doctor, thank you. We appreciate your time. I know you got a busy schedule this morning.
Yeah. Well, guys. Thanks for calling. It's great to talk to you. God bless. And I'll just pray for our nation, right?
Yeah, and same here. And our phone system will be, at least half of it will be up and operating by the weekend because the part is on its way back. It's been lightning fixed. Oh, Lord of mercy. You just can't imagine. All right, Doctor, have a good one.
All right, guys. God bless.
Thank you. God bless.
Wow.
Well, we had to do that in a different way, but anyway, whatever works.
It worked. He was coming through crystal clear.
Some of my previous co-hosts will tell you that one time they came into the other studio when we were having issues, and they found a telephone that had been gutted. I tore a telephone apart because we couldn't even get back to our studios.
I don't.
And I stripped it down, tore the wires out of it, hooked it up to our system, and called in on their telephone line to be able to get on the air.
Right.
And that thing looked like a goat had exploded. And I said, don't touch anything. I don't have time to harden this thing up before airtime. Don't breathe on the table. Don't tap on the table because I haywired, literally haywired the whole kit and caboodle. Thank God for ham radio background.
Thank goodness that somebody knows what they're doing.
Somebody, when you get into the world that I grew up in, that I lived in, and all that sort of
Right.
good stuff. That's the way things were. We're going to have a guest here right after a
Yes, we
commercial break.
are.
But first of all, I got to pick up before we left off.
That's right.
I got one to make up here.
That's right.
Today's severe weather tip brought to you by, y'all might want to listen to this, by John Stars Electric, your Generac generator dealer right here in Jacksonville. Across the United States, on average, there are almost, you ready, 6 million car crashes every year.
Wow.
That's a lot of
6
car
million.
crashes.
Sure.
While the majority of wrecks are due to driving mistakes, that means the driver screwed up, more than 1.2 million are weather related. By weather related, we're talking about adverse weather conditions that include, but not limited to, rain, sleet, snow, fog, severe crosswinds, or blowing snow. In addition, rain slick roads are especially dangerous because drivers often fail to slow down unless there is heavy rain at the time. Scenario: a thunderstorm comes along. You're driving through it. You do what you're supposed to do. You slow down. Then suddenly, that sudden downpour dropped a lot of water in just a few minutes, and it stops as quickly as it started. Drivers, hey, I gotta make up for lost time, and they'll take off. Fail to take into consideration that the roads are extremely slick. Tires can quickly lose traction and send you into a tailspin. In an effort to make up for having to drive slow during the rainstorm because of limited visibility, too many drivers will speed up as soon as the rain stops and not only have slick pavement to deal with, but puddles left behind can cause you to hydroplane and spin out of control. Motorists are reminded that the posted speed limits are the maximum they can drive under good conditions. If it says 55, it doesn't say 65. And it doesn't say when it's wet.
Yes.
When it's wet and you're driving fast, you can be pulled over. If you have a wreck, you will be charged. Even if you're driving
fast for
45 in a
conditions.
55 zone,
That's right.
too fast for existing conditions, and that's what happens.
Exactly.
That same charge applies if you're zipping along at the posted speed limit in heavy traffic, weaving in and out of traffic. And even more serious charges could be applied. That's driving too fast for conditions. Never drive faster than the traffic is flowing, nor faster than any other conditions like wet roads dictate. Here's another tip for you. We are almost halfway through the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season, almost halfway through. For you newcomers, we're just moving into the peak of the season here in North Carolina. As they say, the tropics are likely to start heating up soon. We got one system out there now. There's 1X about halfway between between Africa and South America, and is likely to form up over the next few days over the weekend and beyond. Don't know what it'll do, but it's likely. It has conditions are obvious. They're good to go. Hurricanes, as many of you in Jacksonville learned this week, are not the only times that commercial power is knocked out. For a number of customers, the lights went out for a couple hours a couple days ago. A number of businesses had to close their doors, including the dental offices. No power, no way to service their customers. Along with the businesses, any number of folks had to make some changes. No power, no electric stoves. That was hours. Imagine that for a few days, maybe a week in the aftermath of a hurricane. Get ahead of the curve. Contact the team at John Stars Electric. This might be the year you take the plunge to power up your life with a John Stars standby Generac generator. For homes and businesses, John Stars can make your life a lot simpler. Give them a call and they'll show you just how easy it is to have your personal power plant ready to take care of your needs 15 seconds after the juice stops flowing. Let's take a break. Oh, their number, 910-989-1908, 910-989-1908. I know you don't want to think about it, but the end of the year is near. The beginning of cold weather is next. And with the weather like we've had, extreme heat, we could go exactly the opposite direction. And with the extreme rains that we had, we could have the extreme other wet stuff that's not going to be nice.
It's frozen.
You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Rich Lands Piggly Wiggly here to get you prepared for Labor Day. Have a get-together this weekend and grill out with some fresh chicken leg quarters for just 69 cents a pound. And if you really want to be the talk of the town, cook up some of our fresh pork spare ribs for just $1.99 a pound. And get you some local green peanuts to boil up for the ball game at $2.59 a pound. And don't forget local muscadine grapes for the kiddos' lunchbox, $2.99 a pound. Get them while you can. These seasonal favorites won't last long. Don't worry. The Rich Lands Piggly Wiggly has your back. See y'all soon.
Flatwoods Outfitters, veteran-owned and operated, 111 Second Amendment Lane in Hubert off Highway 24 between Jacksonville and Swansboro, reminds you the hunting season will soon be in full swing and takes this time to wish you a safe Labor Day vacation. In addition to the best selection of long guns, small arms, and ammunition in the area, Flatwoods Outfitters is Onslow County's oldest total sportsman facility where you can sight in your scope or take advantage of the shooting range to sharpen your skills or learn how to safely operate sporting arms or weapons for personal security using their outdoor shooting range. The range is open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6 and Sunday from 12 to 4. Flatwoods Outfitters encourages you to protect your Second Amendment rights. Flatwoods Outfitters can help with obtaining concealed carry permits as well. Call or visit Flatwoods Outfitters, 111 Second Amendment Lane, Hubert, just off Highway 24 between Jacksonville and Swansboro. Phone 910-353-7593. Flatwoods Outfitters, where they aim to preserve our hunting heritage, wildlife, and constitution.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer. And you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Come today and see how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up control with traditional lap to a familiar steering wheel experience. Four-wheel control provides precision, maneuverability, and stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Adjustable automotive-inspired high-back seat lets you comfortably cut at your maximum speed, while a heavy-duty mowing deck powers your yard for a premium cut. Combine steering wheel control with premium features of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series, and you get a zero-turn mower ready to unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and a superior service.
For over 40 years, people have trusted Liberty Tire, 1137 Gum Branch Road, not only for tires and tire service, but also auto and truck repair as well. Being locally owned and operated as your hometown Bridgestone Firestone dealer, at Liberty Tire, dependability and personal service is their number one priority. Being a state-of-the-art facility and using the latest technology, Liberty Tire guarantees all their work. It's simple. If you bought tires without pricing us first, you pay too much. Liberty Tire, 1137 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, for all your tire needs. Phone 910-346-6655.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that can actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
David Hall, State Farm Agent, Jacksonville. Call today, 910-455-0440.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, gotta push this button, push that button, push that button. Okay, I hear myself, so we're back up.
Are you sure?
No.
This has been a morning for craziness. Computer system went down.
Yeah, and the computer, the reason we had about a half minute of silence there is because the computer wouldn't go. And the computer wouldn't go, as it turns out, because it was set up at the wrong time.
I'm blaming it on Mario.
everything was doing well until he
Yeah, well,
walked through the
because
door.
we had
right?
him scheduled for Tuesday, bumped him to Wednesday,
Yeah.
then the person we bumped him for, then we ended up having to bump him to Thursday, and he walks in and the computer goes dead.
And he came into a couple of bump on the logs.
I
Come
did-
on over, Mario, and
Yeah,
grab belly
yeah.
up to the
Let me-
microphone.
Let me get to that. All right. Mario's been in here before. This is Mario Harris.
Mhm.
He is the founder of MENAC, which is mentoring every neighborhood and community.
Did she get that right?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Which is a fantastic organization that has done so much for our kids in the community, and we'll touch on that in a minute. But I did want to tell you, he's a retired Marine veteran
Thank
with
you.
over 27 years of service to our country.
You put
Thank
up
you
with a
so
lot,
much.
didn't you? 27
sir.
years.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and he
You know,
comes
if-
to
if-
us.
For my time and anything that I've done, people say I had to put up with you this long. Me. So,
Right, right. He hails from Mobile. Is it Mobile,
Mobile.
Alabama?
Mobile.
Mobile, Alabama. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, he's the eldest son of LeBaron Horace and Nora Harris. After retiring from the Marine Corps, he established MENAC, the nonprofit organization dedicated to mentoring and supporting single-parent mothers and raising their young men and women while addressing the father's absenteeism. And I have followed them on all the social media. I know a lot of people associate it. This is a fantastic organization that has done so much. I mean, after what happened at Northside a couple years ago, didn't y'all just basically move in and just start helping all the students and the kids and stuff?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
did so much.
We contacted a couple of people that eventually got to Principal Brass. They letting him know that we would like to come in and just help.
Mhm.
And that's how they got started at Northside.
Sure, well, that's good. Glad, I'm glad
Yes,
you did-
yes.
We hear so much today, and I hear countless politicians, and I love them all.
Hey,
I love them all. But I hear them always say, the problem is we got single parent homes. There's a
right.
missing daddy, or there's generally a missing daddy. And they try to put a stigma attached to that, in my opinion. There's no stigma there, right? There's a
So-
problem.
Yes, sir. There is a problem. My mother was a single parent mother for the most part, and that is because my father had severe mental health issues, which, of course, as a child, even as a young man, I didn't
You
even
don't
know
understand
about.
it?
No, sir, I didn't understand it. So, as a teenager, I'm thinking that my dad didn't love me,
Oh.
but he had severe mental health issues from his childhood, and then he got drafted, served in the Army, and he went to Vietnam for 13 months.
That didn't help him a bit, did it?
No, sir, that didn't. And then when he came back, it didn't help because instead of ensuring that he got help, he didn't get help. He was just in the back of the house. And my grandma would say, they called him Bear, leave Bear alone, for many years. So
Wow.
around 2007, 2008, that is when my father finally took the advice of my aunts, and he went to the VA, and he started getting help. He started getting counseling.
50 years later.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
40 years later. Wow.
and that's when he started opening up he started talking about Vietnam and talk about some other things. And that's when our relationship got better, when he started getting the necessary help.
God, 40 years ago, 40 years earlier.
Yes, sir.
Look what you missed.
Yes, sir.
My goodness gracious.
Let's go ahead and take our little
okay.
break here. Now I got to
Alright.
go make up some stuff. So bear with me while I try to fix it. Okay, we'll be right back. Don't go away.
This is Chris Rainer. Tune in tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for Sports Talk. Our co-host will be Robert Farley, and our guest will be Chuck Henry, who refereed in the Austin County area for many years. He has tons of great stories to tell us about old ball games, and as we talk about the upcoming high school football weekend, also we'll have our Woody's Roundup, racing report, this day in sports, and our prognosticators picks, all on Sports Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Liberty Mutual presents How to Get Ahead at Work. It's simple. Just ask for a meeting with your supervisor. While you're discussing the latest sales reports, she'll slip into the conversation that you customized your home insurance with Liberty Mutual and saved hundreds. Whoa! The business savvy you showed saving hundreds of dollars on home insurance will have you running seminars on saving money in no time.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Based on recent survey of new customers who switched and saved. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contracts. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. You're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Be sure to tune to WSME Freedom 97.1 and worldwide at WSME971.com this Friday night as the Jacksonville Football Cardinals travel across town to take on the Vikings of White Oak High School. Pre-game 6:30, kickoff is at 7 o'clock, followed by the Golden Corral post-game report. Friday night's game is being brought to you by the following fine sponsors: Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, Home Connections of Beulahville, Southern Touch Painting and Maintenance, Quizmart, Chappie's Chicken, Great Gas and Oil, Jones Funeral Home, Pro Image Solutions, the law offices of John Drew Worley, Bayshore Animal Hospital of Swansboro, David Hall, State Farm, OAJ, and American Dream Cakes.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Home Connections of Beulahville is connecting people with the American dream of home ownership. In addition to single wides, double wides, and modular homes, Home Connection offers custom building and land home packages throughout eastern North Carolina just for you. Whether it be a single wide, double wide, modular home, or custom built dream home, Home Connections will make it happen. Home Connections sincerely wants you to have the American dream, your own home. Home Connections features homes by Clayton with a variety of floor plans and amenities to choose from, and many finance options available. Home Connections can make owning your own home affordable and simple. 50% of new home buyers at Home Connections are through referrals, and references are gladly provided. For your convenience, Home Connections in Beulahville is now open from 9 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 to 2 on Saturdays. Beautiful homes, friendly staff, and financing. All you need to do now is call Bobby or Reggie, 910-298-3387. That's 910-298-3387, or visit ourhomeconnections.com.
Home Connections, Highway 24, Beulahville, on your way to and from the beach. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okay, we're back. And it was working just like the way I said it would work. because I'm able to fix things.
I don't know. I need more coffee.
I need to.
Oh.
I don't drink coffee, but I could drink some right now.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to finish up on
Yeah.
Mario's bio.
Other stuff we don't know about.
Yes,
now.
he graduated from Campbell University, great college.
Go Camels.
And you know what? My son-in-law graduated from there, and his last name is Harris too.
You
Isn't
guys
that
related?
something? Could
Possibly.
be.
You might be.
Possibly.
He graduated with a Bachelor of Business Administration. He's a respected mentor, speaker, proficient trainer, and consultant in leadership and management. He possesses the ability to inspire and guide both youth and adults towards achieving their desired success. He's married to his wonderful wife, Patricia. They have 3 children and 1 granddaughter.
That's
Correct? And just wanted to... I ran into Mario a couple of weeks ago, and he was doing, a book signing. And I'm like, what? You wrote a book?
Really?
And so I got it, and I read it, and it's called the Goal Achievers Blueprint Series. And this is the first in a 7-book series,
Yes, ma'am.
correct?
That's correct.
And it's a visionary mindset. So I wanted him to come in and talk about this. This is a very good book.
Okay.
And it deals a lot with setting your goals, achieve them. And just to start, like I marked one page. This series is a call to action for individuals to embrace their aspirations, overcome their fears, and take courageous steps towards their dreams.
Sure.
It is a reminder that the power to transform lies within us, regardless of one's background or current circumstances.
It's the dude in the mirror that counts.
Yes,
Yes,
and
sir.
that plays a lot into MENAC, what
Yeah.
they do. But the book is very inspirational. I read it. I marked a lot of things in the book that I liked. A lot of things. We probably won't have enough hours in the day to go over all of them. But tell us a little bit about what possessed you. What made you want to write this book?
First, I want to say my mother-in-law, my wife's mother, Barbara Ann Johnson, loves y'all show.
Oh,
And
good.
she's been listening
Hey, Barbara Ann.
for years.
Yeah, hello,
So I
Miss
just want to
Barbara.
make sure I want to say
we
that.
shouted out to her last week.
So my family in Alabama, my mother and grandparents and uncles and older cousins and teachers and coaches played a lot to do with my upbringing, and then people in the community and church as well. And then I went into the Marine Corps and I met a lot of great men and women from all walks of life. And that's where the name MENAC comes from, Mentor Every Neighborhood and Community. So people from all walks of life, different backgrounds have helped me. And what I've learned in the Marine Corps is that you have to believe in yourself first. And the best way to believe in yourself is to hold yourself accountable and then be responsible. So if I say that I'm going to do something and then I don't do it, now I lose credibility. But if I hold myself accountable, and then the people that I network with, partner with, or responsible for, and then they see that I'm responsible, now they can say, maybe I can start holding myself accountable. Maybe I can start writing down my goals and then attaching a time frame to those goals, and then start telling some people about some of my goals, people in your circle. When I was at Campbell, it was very difficult for me. It was difficult for me because, for one, I'm at higher education. Yes, in the Marine Corps, I did have some training that was on the higher education level.
But it was very specific to
That's
your
right.
duty.
That's right. Yes, sir. So I told a lot of people that I was in college.
Oh, you were?
So specifically, my wife and our kids, right? And then other people, my mentor, Mr. Ike Johnson, and other people. So even when it got difficult, I could not quit. So I was at a no quit moment because I told so many people about it. And I was very difficult in reference to our children with education, which all of them have college degrees or a certification. Our oldest son here, he's a personal trainer. And my wife, she graduated from Coastal and Craven County. So our immediate family, we've got accepted, enrolled, and graduated from 9 different schools.
Wow.
My wife and our children and granddaughter. So, and mentoring is about, I made some mistakes in my life. I had some great people that helped me overcome those mistakes. And then I overcame whatever my fear was. My fear was education. That was the giant in my life because I did not graduate high school on time.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I had never taken algebra, going back to the Campbell. I had never to college and I had to take algebra.
Most people hate it before they get started, but you know what? When you get through with it, you find out, you know what? This thing can actually become useful.
No.
I use it every day.
No.
And I failed that class, right? And I told my daughter and son and wife, we was talking about it. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go back to that same professor. Because now I already had to understand it. So I went right back to that same professor, took the class, passed it, then had some other math courses, but
you felt good about yourself too, did you?
Yes, sir. I did, because I showed adversity, and with the help of my family and mentors, showed that and believing in myself that I could overcome that, and I did overcome that by the help of family and mentors, and by holding myself accountable and spending time. I mean, in some of those math classes, you know, especially when you start talking about statistics, I would spend 6-7 hours on a Saturday or a Sunday doing, you know, class work.
That still drives me crazy. So I don't have to do that too much.
Yes, sir.
Right. Well,
we need to take a break.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's do that about 60 seconds. So y'all don't go away. We'll be right back. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom, 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. And if you want to know what I'm doing, I am stalling for time. So don't get too far from your radio, because we will be right back.
246 CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Gianna Gelosi. Vice President Kamala Harris will be interviewed for the first time since launching her bid for president. But there's a caveat to her CNN interview. Her running mate is going to be alongside her.
Even some media outlets seem to question the decision, with the BBC writing, the decision to make this a joint appearance may also fuel growing criticism that after escaping the rigors of a months-long presidential primary, she is now dodging the scrutiny that comes with a solo interview.
Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer, Harrison Walls will campaign in Savannah, Georgia today, and a blow to President Biden's student debt relief plan.
The justice is turning down a request from the DOJ to lift a sweeping appeals court order that blocked the program known as the SAVE plan. You may recall last year, the high court struck down another Biden plan, which would have forgiven nearly $500 billion.
Fox's Kevin Cork, America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real Talk.
Okay, we're back. And everything seems to be working again. Yay.
Shh, okay.
I won't talk anymore.
Mario.
We're talking. We're dealing with Mario here in with MENAC,
Mario Harris.
and I like it. It's really, it's a good plan. It's a good program. I remember it from the last time, and we talked about it extensively afterwards.
And
I
some
like it.
fine people associated with me
And they
now.
got nothing to gain for themselves.
That's right. That's right.
You're doing nothing but offering.
So Mario,
Thank you.
by reading this book, it gives me some great tips. But if I came to you and I said, Mario, I feel so trapped within my life. I'm not happy with my job. I wish I had done this instead of this. I just feel so unfulfilled. I don't feel like I'm living the life that I want to live. What would you say to me?
So, Ms. Lee, I would look at 3 steps. The first step would be, tell me something about yourself. And then how about let's list some things that you don't like, right? And then now let's go to the best part, which is the overcoming and success piece. Let's write 3 goals. And then let's put a time frame on those goals. And then also identify the person or the people that are going to hold you accountable They're not going to, they're not going to badger you about it, but they're just going to encourage you along the way.
Right.
So that's the way so like with MENAC, when we mentor, the first thing that we do is we come in and say, this is who we are and this is what we offer. We don't know everything. Yeah, we have a lot of mentors, but still we don't know everything, right? But collectively, we have 200-300 years of military experience and experience as men and women. What do you like? What don't you like? And if it's something that you don't like, but if it's necessary, then you got to figure out the workaround. Like education, it's necessary. There is no workaround with education.
Right.
Does that mean you have to go to college? That doesn't mean you have to go to college, right? According to what you want to do in this world, doctors, lawyers, and then some other professions, you got to go to college.
So you got to have that piece of paper.
That's right. Because I don't care if you've read medical books for 30 years, you're not gonna perform any procedures on me. So, but certain things you're gonna have to go to college for. If college is not where you want to go, okay, there's trades. But trades, where are trades at? They're at the community college.
Absolutely.
Right. But before that, here in Onslow County, you have the skill center. So if in high school, if you didn't get it in high school, the only other place you're going to get it, two places. You're going to get it at a community college, or if there's an apprenticeship that a company offers.
On the job training.
On the job training, right?
OJT.
But those are the things that we talk about with the students that we mentor, and as well as we mentor young adults as well. So it's from 4th grade to 12th grade, and then from 18 to 30.
It's there's that old saying that I look at life and I look at life and say there's some things about what I've done that I don't like. What can I do about them? Not much. So if I can't do anything about them, work on the things that I can do something about.
Yes, sir.
That's generally for the future, not in the past.
That's right.
What's behind me in the roadway is history.
That's right.
And one thing I took from your book too is like you go through certain steps along the way where you may have completed step 1, gone to step 2. You stress that you still need to revisit occasionally like step 1 so you don't lose focus on that.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, Marine Corps is the largest part of my life. 27 years. So I revisit conversations or revisit people that I serve with. I'm still in friendships with a lot of people that I serve with. So I still communicate through talk or email or text or whatever it might be. And then majority of the mentors are retired Marines. We do have 2 Navy veterans. I want to make sure I don't leave them out because Mr. James likes to remind me that Marine Corps is Department of Navy.
I'm sure he does.
So
Of course it is. Yes.
But and then my wife and I, we've been married for 28 years. 28, but 29 in October. And we spend 99% of our time together. We travel, at home. I mean, we love spending time together.
Good.
So I have a foundation that helps. I have questions, or if when I made a mistake and I kind of might have said something I shouldn't have said, and I need to revisit and ask my wife, hey, what do you think about this? So I always ensure that God has allowed me to have great people around me. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not the smartest person. I understand that, but knowing that I'm not the smartest person, I have people that are smarter than I am around me. And that's what helps me to accomplish the things that I need to based on what my purpose is.
That's why I married my wife, because she's a whole lot smarter
That's
than I
right.
am.
That's right.
So, when is your anniversary in October?
October 7th.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Why, is that yours?
Yes.
And it's crazy.
It'll be
Last
18
name
years, but-
Harris. My daughter's last name is Harris. All their birthdays are in October. This is getting crazy. Wow. I wanted to, I put it on our social media site today, YouTube and Facebook for those watching. Your website, www.marioharris.com. You can go on that website and visit some of the things that he's got going there. It's a very good website. I've been browsing it. And also tell people where they can buy this book.
Yes, ma'am. Listen. So the Golden Chief Blueprint series can be purchased at Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Walmart, Ingram Spark, and I'm gonna have my first book signing actually at Barnes and Noble on September 21st.
Great.
From 1 to 5 p.m. right here in Jacksonville.
Wonderful.
And so the for-profit, which is Mario Harris Consulting LLC,
yes,
is going to prayerfully fund MENAC.
That's wonderful.
It's going to fund MENAC because there's a lot of different things that we want to do with the students that we mentor, or even the students that want to be a part of the program. Taking them to different places and museums. Like anywhere we go, we're always looking for a museum.
Yeah, you do a lot of travel. I've seen that.
Museums, college trips, or getting on a plane and flying to California. So a lot of the students they've never been outside of North Carolina or even outside of Jacksonville.
Right.
So we would like to take them to different places, ensuring that they understand there is a lot of life, a lot of things going on outside of where we are right here.
Do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
Would you make sure every one of those kids can swim?
Can swim.
Can swim.
Some
I'm
point
sure.
in time.
Yes.
I'm sure you can work with
That is
YMCA on. Yes.
In fact, we are partnered with YMCA.
Good.
That's wonderful.
That's where I'm going.
That's
Yes, sir.
exactly. I mean, you're partnered with a lot of organizations. You do so much for the schools. This book right here is a great starter for those of you that not sure where you want to go with your life, how to achieve it, where to start. This book is very inspirational. It tells you a lot. You can always refer back to Mario's his website and contact him through there. And there's a lot to be had here. And I think with what you and others have done with mentoring so many of our students has been outstanding. I follow you on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. And just always so blessed to know such great people like you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Wonderful. It's wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
What can the people in Onslow County do to help you?
Great question, Mr. Rayford.
That's the reason I ask it.
We're always looking for volunteers.
Okay.
Professional, mature men and women that have a passion to pour into young people, because that's the number one thing in MENAC. First, you have to have a passion for the youth. You have a passion, and then you contact us, and we'll say come out to this school or that school. Currently, right now, we have 11 schools that the superintendent, school board, and principals have allowed us to come into, and we act as a principal staff for them. What that means is that if there are some situations that a student or family might need help with, and if they don't have anybody else, then they can reach out to us, and either MENAC or through our partnerships, we'll ensure that those students and those families get the necessary services that they need.
Good. If any of them ever want to become a ham radio operator, that's an amateur radio thing. Okay.
Yes, sir.
It's for fun. It's also great it's a great hobby. It serves a wonderful service, provides a wonderful service during hurricanes when all the other forms of communications die.
Yes, sir.
The ham radio guys will be here. Have been. I got my first ticket in May. And we've got a whole club here full of really good ham radio operators, and we got one little girl in there. I don't know how old she is, but she's smart as a whip. She's probably 10 years old, maybe 12 at the most.
My gosh.
That's the time I got my ticket. And so she's smart as a whip, and her brother's a ham, and her daddy's a ham.
Well, I'm sure the ham club would love.
If they want to,
That sounds good.
You got somebody that wants to really get into it a little bit.
Yes, sir.
It can lead to a profession, but that's not what it's about.
Okay.
It's just people, and nobody charges you for anything.
Yes, sir.
Nice. So
Sounds like
Mario,
a great opportunity.
It's a great opportunity. They can come and sit here with me, and we'll talk to people all over the world.
that would
from
be
right there.
fun. That would
Yes,
be
sir.
fun. So how can people contact you
So for
to volunteer with MENAC first?
MENAC would be MENAC.org, MENAC.org. And then you can go to the contact us tab and then send an email, and you'll get a response within 48 to 72 hours.
Gotcha. Okay, that sounds wonderful.
I like it.
And to buy your book,
Yes.
Walmart, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, you'll be there on September 21st, 1 to 5
That's correct.
for a signing.
And here, I would say probably by next week, also, you'll be able to purchase through marioharris.com as well.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, the only thing you have left to do before you leave today is sign my book.
Yes, ma'am.
I forgot to get you to sign it
That's
there
the only
last
reason
week.
she asked you to
Yes.
come in, so she can get your
No,
autograph. Now she's
I've
going to go
got-
sell the book. You know that, right?
I
That's the way
kissed-
she
Well,
is.
you might want to wait probably
No.
20 years. I don't know how long it's going to
No.
take. You might want to wait.
Ike signed my book, and
Yes,
so
ma'am.
did Major Capers sign
Yes,
my
ma'am.
book. So I can't let you go without signing.
That's right.
You're good.
I would love to sign the book.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
would be honored.
Thank you for what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you for all you
means,
do.
means a lot to the world, and I know it's benefits you, but that's not what you're in it for. I know that. I can look at you and tell that.
Yes, sir.
Listen to you, and again, thank you for what you did for 27 years, and especially for what you
Yes.
continue to do and bringing that forward.
Yes,
you
sir.
didn't end your tour of duty
No, sir.
after 27 years.
I just switched uniforms.
Yes, and
And
thank
you
for
also
all you
never
do.
gave up that oath, did you? Did you ever unswear to support the Constitution?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Would never do that.
You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSMA. We'll be right back with weather.
Coming up on the next Goddard's Gold, Labor Day hits. Music, stories, and interviews with the Supremes, the Beatles, the Angels, Little Eva, the Animals, Simon and Garfunkel, Donovan, Beach Boys, Sonny and Cher, Elvis, the Rolling Stones, the Four Seasons, Labor Day hits. Ton of them coming up next Goddard's Gold. Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Freedom 97.1 and 1120 a.m. WSME.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Be sure to tune to WSME 97.1 and worldwide at WSME971.com this Friday night as the Jacksonville Football Cardinals travel across town to take on the Vikings of White Oak High School. Pre-game 6:30, kickoff is at 7 o'clock, followed by the Golden Corral post-game report. Friday night's game is being brought to you by the following fine sponsors: National Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram, Liberty Tire, Golden Corral, Modern Exterminating, Hadley Family Chiropractic, Jacksonville Heating Contractors, CNS Paint, Bartley Insurance Services, Bill Mercer, JOEMC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Lane Family Dentistry, and Fountain Management.
Welcome, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane and Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane and Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane and Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane and Associates Family Dentistry.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
If you are looking to purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV without the high pressure, Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, may be the dealership for you. At Onslow County Motor Company, they want to help you buy a car, truck, or SUV, not just sell you one. Buying a car, truck, or SUV should be enjoyable, and the folks at Onslow County Motor Company will do their best in making your car buying experience fun and relaxed. Check out their inventory online at ocmc.us or visit them at 1639 Lejeune Boulevard. All vehicles are hand-selected, and a standard warranty comes with most vehicles, with extended warranties available, and Carfax is free. Stop by and visit Ben, Brandon, Travis, or Terry. They will gladly answer all your questions about a particular model. Financing? Well, Zeke will finance most anybody. Great selection, great people. Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, where customers send their friends.
Call today, 910-355-7066. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local Carrier indoor weather team. Serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967, now offers commercial financing and residential financing as low as 0%. With hurricane season here, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Humphrey Heating and Air also does residential and commercial plumbing, air duct cleaning for better breathing, and services all brands of HVAC. Turn to the Carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning. With locations in Jacksonville and Hempstead, visit online humphreyheating.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Today's Marine Weather Forecast is brought to you by Preventive Services of Jacksonville. We know in normal situations how to predict the weather. We kind of got that down pat, right? As long as it's normal, we know how to predict it. And no guarantees. That's not going to happen. The difference between weather and depression is that there are things you can do with the assistance of counselors to help with depression. There's not a whole lot you can do with the assistance of anyone to help with the weather. Can't change it, right?
Right.
Sometimes known as major depression disorders or clinical depression, it's a mood disorder that negatively affects how a person feels, thinks, acts, and handles daily activities. Sadness and grief may resemble depression, but they are not the same thing. Psychological depression is one of several types of depression and is one that a lot of people experience, sometimes with different triggers. One myth about depression is that hard work will cure it. You've heard that. Just suck it up. Go do some work. No,
Yes.
that's not the way it works. Hard work does not cure depression. Most often associated with men, but not exclusively with men, being a workaholic can be a sign of clinical depression. I had no idea. Did you? Until I studied this last night. Depression is a serious medical condition and the top cause of disability in American adults. It's no laughing matter. Sometimes we hear people, we laugh about, oh, he's just depressed. Well, if he is seriously depressed, it's not a laughing matter. It's not fun. A depressed man, his loved ones, and even his doctor may not actually recognize that he has depression. That's because men are less likely than women to talk about feelings. And some depressed men don't even appear sad or down. Instead, men may be irritable, angry, or restless. They may even lash out at the people close to them. Whether man or woman, if you start recognizing that things are just not right, it may be time to reach out to the folks at Community Prevention Services. Luckily, they're located right here in Jacksonville. The counselors, each and every one of them, care about their clients. Today, together, they can work out a treatment plan that doesn't require drugs. Since too many people who are depressed resort to self-medications, drugs are not what they need. Community Prevention Services. Their number is 910-353-0972. 910-353-0972. Give them a call today to schedule an appointment. Offshore, winds out of the southwest, 10 to 15 knots today. Seas 2 to 3 feet, 2-foot waves from the southwest, 4 seconds apart, kind of choppy. Meeting 2 footers from the southeast, 8 seconds apart. Choppy, but not too bad. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Tomorrow, southwesterly winds 5 to 10 knots, seas around 2 feet. Sounds and rivers a light chop. Saturday, southwesterly winds 5 to 10, seas again about 2 feet. Sounds and rivers again a light chop.
And today we have a slight chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Sunny with a high near 95 with heat indexes as high as 106. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 73. Friday, a chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 90. Friday night football, a chance of showers and thunderstorms early evening, mostly cloudy with a low around 72. And Saturday, a slight chance of late afternoon showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 89.
So what are the chances that we're going to have a hurricane next week?
None.
Okay, just wanted to check, see if you were paying attention.
Oh, yeah, I'm
But
watching the
there,
X.
there is a chance that this thing down in the deep South Atlantic, down
Right.
between South America and Africa, it can form into something. We don't know. There's no guarantee of it. There are no guarantees at all in weather forecasts. You know, we all know that. But anyway, there's the possibility that something could come of it.
Right.
So we're keeping our
right,
eyes on
right.
it.
Yeah. There's
The,
some.
the X that we talked to you about yesterday, we told you
Yes.
was going to disappear. It did.
Right.
He'd be gone.
Right. Well, it's starting to heat up a little bit, but it's that time of the year. We're just going to have to watch it. Last year, we were pretty lucky because most everything
Extremely
that
lucky.
came out at this time ended up going northeast
Before they got far enough
to
the
yeah,
to
close
have
up.
anything.
That's right. That's right.
You know what time it is?
It is Miller time, and I'm
boy.
ready.
I am ready.
I'm
for
ready.
Miller time. Hey, Chris, how are you?
Good morning. I bet y'all, all the Cardinal fans are ready for Friday's football game.
You
We get
better leave it. Go
Chris,
Cards. Go
Chris,
Cards.
didn't the White Oak Jacksonville game used to be the big season opener for a while?
It used to back for many, many years in the 70s and 80s, and even in the early 90s. And then when the state permitted teams to pick up an additional game back in the mid 90s or late 90s, White Oak always picked up always picked up that one game. It took Jacksonville a little while to kind of pick up that 11th game. But yeah, historically they used to play the first game of the season, and now it's kind of been moved to either the second or third game of the season over the last 15 years or so. But it used to be really fun when the two teams would play each other the first game.
How well I
Yeah,
remember. I
lots
used to
of
work
bruises.
security at him. Oh my gosh.
Okay, now let me ask you this one. All right, I got to figure it. Why are the Cardinals only going to play 9 games this year? They get tired
did
too
Well,
last
early?
they've
year.
And this is the 4th straight year they've only played 9 games.
I know.
Everybody else is playing 10. And I've asked the coaches this, and scheduling is just so hard. There's certain teams that just don't want to play Jacksonville for one reason or the other.
Because they don't want to get
I'm
another
sure
loss.
I'm sure the Cardinal fans have their opinion, and
Yes,
but,
we do.
Some teams just don't want to play certain teams because they don't match up well or whatever reason. So that's the reason why. But they've worked hard to try to pick up another game, and it would be nice if all of our local teams within the area would agree to play each other. That would save on travel and keep the money within Onslow County. But some schools got to do what they think is best for them. But it would be nice if Jacksonville could pick up that 10th game, regardless of who it is, and give those kids an additional game.
You know, there was some talk at one time about having the Onslow County schools, all the Onslow County schools. I don't think there are enough of them, of course, but to have them all play as a conference unto itself. Maybe with 2 counties that might work, but I don't know which 2 counties it would be.
Let's go with Jones.
Well, and that's always a topic of discussion among coaches, athletic directors, principals, and school officials. How there's never going to be a perfect answer, and there's certain criteria that you have to adhere to that make things very difficult sometimes. So but yeah, it would be nice. I mean, we have all these 3A Northside Swansboro Richlands. We have Southwest Onslow. That's a 2A school, and then Lejeune's 1A school. So I don't think they would be. They're the smallest of the small, so they wouldn't be kind of grouped in that mix with the Jacksonvilles and North Sides. But it would be pretty. It would be pretty neat if we could have some of these and have an Onslow County conference. Like I said, keep the money, the gate receipts and everything in Onslow County, and
that too.
It makes for some great attendance and and even concession stands.
Yeah, I would think that a lot more visitors would show up if you didn't have to go. I mean, it's kind of like we're going to go tomorrow night for different reasons. But if I was going to tomorrow night as a regular spectator, I'd be going to the visitor side. So because it's just down the street from me. White Oak's closer than Jacksonville High for me.
That brings a huge question I have. Where is the radio booth? Is it on top of the concrete bleachers?
Yeah.
For us too?
It's all one and the same.
Lord, I'm gonna have to bring my oxygen tank. That's a big climb up there.
Those bleachers are pretty high at White Oak High School, and they have an outdoor press box. They don't have as nice of an indoor facility that Jacksonville has or some of these other schools. But so it's kind of a tinted press box, but they do the best they can, and
of course.
it's spacious up there, but. Yeah, if it gets a little cool, windy, or rainy, then you definitely will feel those effects. But it should be a great game. Anytime it's White Oak Jacksonville, especially football, but
Sure.
soccer, basketball, whatever. It's always a big rivalry game, and the Cardinals have won 13 straight games against the Vikings. So I expect the White Oak Vikings to come out pretty fired up.
Looking for blood. I have no doubt about it.
Sure.
Yeah, that a few years ago we went to the game there, and it was, thank goodness we're not doing it in the wintertime. Windy and cold up in that press box. I mean, howling windy and cold.
Wow.
So
and on that note, I'm actually not going to be at that game. As much as I'd love to be there, but Rayford, this being in the media business and your TV, you kind of you try to be fair and you try to spread the coverage around. So I'm actually going to be at the Southwest at Richlands game.
That's
Friday
gonna be a
night.
good game.
That'll be a
That's
good game.
another rivalry.
Oh,
between those
heavens,
two
yes.
schools. And Richlands has had the Stallions number the last couple of years, so this game means a lot to those communities as well, and it should be a great atmosphere at Richlands on Friday night.
yeah, I remember before there was a Southwest, and Richlands was the power school in that neck for that particular area.
Yes.
And then the Richlands people still carry a really sore spot in their hearts because of all that Southwest
they
school
do.
came in and took a lot of their good players away.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still complaining.
Wow.
Well, no comment. It can be a touchy subject between some strong fan bases. Let's just put it that way. But it's always a rivalry. I mean, always a great rivalry between the Wildcats and Stallions. Same thing with White Oak Jacksonville. It could be football, it could be soccer, it could be wrestling. They want to. The two schools want to defeat each other in sports and be able to have those bragging rights. And and like I said before, as long as it's we keep it clean and no lines are crossed and it's all in fun, then I think we can we can accept that. But we just don't want any of the unnecessary riffraff.
Well, when I was in high school, you know what? That White Oak guys, they never even showed up. They were so scared of the Cardinals, they never even came to play. Did you know that? Not one game did they show up. There was no White Oak High School at the time.
Oh, I remember when
Yeah,
they
and then
built it.
I think White Oak was built in '74, and then they each won maybe a game or two, and then Jacksonville went on a pretty good winning streak against the Vikings, about 23, 24 games, and the streak finally ended in '98, and then they've kind of gone back and forth a little bit after that, and then but like I said, the last 13 meetings has gone the Cardinals' way, so it's we'll see what happens Friday night.
Well, have you heard anything from the practice for the past week here? Have they? I saw a whole lot of fumbles, and I saw a whole lot of missed not the fumble so much, but a miss the ball, kickoff, missing the ball. They looked like they had problems with their hands. There's been some discussion about that.
Yeah, and that's maybe first game jitters. I mean, there's a big difference between these scrimmages that the teams had the previous week or so, and then the season openers last Friday. Those first games are always going to be like that, where kids get a little nervous. Sometimes they try too hard to make a mistake, and then they have some miscues. So, just the fundamental stuff that I think that Jacksonville and all teams are going to be able to clean up. And here's the deal about the Cardinals. It wasn't necessarily a great contest between both teams, Southwest and Jacksonville on last Friday, but Jacksonville is one of those teams that's going to keep on getting better and keep on getting better, and they're going to be playing their best come October and November, and that's kind of what you want as a football coach. You don't want your team getting too you want them to be able to dang that carrot over in front of the mule and have those kids something to reach for throughout the season, and then but they'll get better throughout the season, and I think they'll be playing their best come November.
From Archie Bell and the Drells from the 1970s, the coach Archie Bell and the Drells, tighten up. That's all they need to do.
Tighten up and simmer down.
That's it. All right, Chris, thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
Chris. It's always a pleasure.
All right.
That's Chris Miller, the sports editor of the Jacksonville Daily News. So,
yes,
good guy. He is all around town. I hope
he's everywhere.
Hope he's got a photographer at the game.
I don't know how he does it, but
I'm
there's somebody
sure,
taking pictures.
I'm sure he's going to have somebody
He's tweeting the whole time while he's doing scores and other stuff. And I think he's got somebody else hidden inside his clothes or something. I don't know how he does it all.
You didn't know, but I do know. I've got the inside track.
Oh.
Okay.
Is he cloned?
Yeah, no. A guy named Hans, that's his daddy.
Yeah.
Hans has confided in me. He's a twin. There are two of them that are out there.
That
Nobody knows that but me,
explains a
apparently, but now y'all
lot.
do. You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Freedom 97.1.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only cover protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, Solitech luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. That's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at WatkinsNewFloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2023 in the flooring covering and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jackson, Star City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3880 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro can save you money on your automobile insurance. Available now. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you are in good hands, like helping you customize your auto, home, and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own Home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Save more money on your automobile insurance today with Tammy Fry Allstate. Phone 910-326-5383 today. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue, in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that can actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
David Hall, State Farm Agent, Jacksonville. Call today, 910-455-0440.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to paint it, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods, now open, 149 Willis Parkway, just off Highway 17 North, past Kellum Loop Road, beside Sunbelt Equipment Rentals, right here in Jacksonville. Restaurants, food trucks, festival workers, party suppliers, vendors, government, schools, and families of all sizes stroll on down to Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods and save. They have a huge selection of large pots and pans, plasticware in many shapes and sizes, trays, including takeout trays. Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods has everyday grocery items such as Atkinson breaders and mixers, veggies, sauces, pudding, and beans. So if you need to buy in bulk for the long haul or everyday grocery items, Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods will save you money. Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods, brand new, 149 Willis Parkway, just off Highway 17 North, past Kellum Loop Road, beside Sunbelt Equipment Rentals, Jacksonville. Open 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, 9 to 2 on Saturdays. Phone 910-455-7800.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
We're back. I got to remember to push my safety button there. I had the safety on so it wouldn't go off bang.
Okay.
Everything's good. Okay. I'm just trying to work out another plan here. I've got a phone somewhere I might be able to make work at least better. There's something that slipped past me this week. Our state senator, the Honorable Michael Lazzara, has been given a well-deserved honor. The Council of State Governments has announced that Senator Lazzara has been selected to participate in the 2024 CSG, that's Council of State Government,
Yes.
Henry Toll Fellowship, bringing together 49 individuals representing 34 states and U.S. territories in all three branches of state government. The Henry Toll Fellowship is the nation's premier leadership development program for state government officials. Wow. Lazzara said this will allow him to work with other leaders from around the United States to share ideas that are working and to take a look at new approaches to better serve our people. Senator Lazzara will join others for sessions in Lexington, Kentucky for what the organization calls an intensive boot camp. I'm expecting our Marine senator to show those folks what a Marine can do in boot camp. Bring it on.
Super fun.
There you go. Rock
I
and
tell
roll
you,
there.
we've been super lucky. I mean, we had Harry Brown as our senator, and the things he did for Onslow and Jones were just amazing. And then when he decided to not run again, and how lucky were we that Mike Lazzara stepped into those
he did.
shoes.
Yeah,
He's done so much for Onslow County and Jones
and
County
Harry
too.
recognized it as well because
Yes.
he endorsed it.
Right,
And,
right.
Harry
Yeah.
doesn't endorse
Two
people lightly.
great gentlemen that have served us so well.
And I just
We're
ride,
lucky.
I ride all over Harry all the time. You know that?
Oh,
Every time I go to Newbern,
yes. Yeah,
Harry,
yeah.
Harry Brown Parkway or whatever
You
it's
can
called.
say that, but I'll just say I'll
I-
travel his highway.
I tread on him. Have you heard about the Massachusetts man who had been reported missing by his family while they
Yes.
were vacationing in Hilton Head?
What happened? Because I never read the
I
end
got it.
result.
A sad story. The man, 60-year-old Stanley Kotowski, walked out the door on the 16th from the rental house they had there that Hilton
Right.
had. His body was found under a Sea Pines house this past Monday.
Wow.
A coroner ruled suicide. He was found hanging in the crawl space, a tiny crawl space.
What?
He had been suffering extreme insomnia, was at times confused, and was paranoid, reporting that people were watching him while they were on vacation. The tiny crawl space, they've been looking for him. Local law, people everywhere in the area were looking for him everywhere.
How do you
And
hang yourself in a tiny crawl space?
I'm not going to go into the details. I've saw them, but he did. It's not a vertical hanging.
That's so sad. So sad.
Extremely sad. Please, y'all, if you or someone you know, family or friend, is having severe bouts with insomnia, depression, paranoia, please reach out for help.
Yes.
One of
please
our
do.
sponsors, Community Prevention Services, is here, and they can provide some help in that
That's right.
respect too. But there are, if it gets into the going to harm themselves, there are specialists in that area.
Exactly. Talk
Suicide
to
prevention.
somebody
There are
else.
suicide prevention hotlines everywhere. Just talk to somebody. If you want to talk to and nobody else, go by the nearest law enforcement center. They will hook you up. Tell them you're having issues.
If you can't do that, go to a church.
They're not there to arrest you.
Right.
They do a lot more. They do a lot more work than arresting people.
And it's so sad. I saw that he was missing. I was following the
Yeah,
story
I was
up
too.
until
They
they
found
said
him Monday afternoon.
they had found him, and I never did read the ending. And I'm kind of glad I did.
One of the they have security guards that ride and stuff like that, and he became suspicious because he was walking around and the house, it was empty. So they get out and they walk around houses to make
Right.
sure everything is okay. And he detected something, and so he notified the law enforcement, and they came and they had to crawl underneath the house to find him.
That's
Very
just-
tight quarters, they said.
That's very sad.
It is. It
sorry
is.
to hear that.
It is sad. It's
Oh, one of our listeners, Tim Spees,
Hey,
he
Tim.
wants to know if you're going to watch the Kamala Waltz.
I will be able
interview
to,
tonight.
if I could see it live, I would love to watch it, and I'll probably end up watching the recorded, edited version of it. Tim, I'm
very disappointed that it's recorded.
there's going to be a lot of people. Anybody, if I don't care who you are, if you have any interest in politics whatsoever, and any interest in the future of this country, why is the good possibility that this woman will be our next president? Why is it she will not go live with a real reporter? Why is it that she's got to have
Playing
her-
it safe?
a babysitter holding her hand?
She's playing it safe.
That's not safe. That's being chicken. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Bok, 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 bok.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. I would
I'm-
rather see a live interview.
I'm totally disappointed.
I don't care who the politician is, who's running. I want to see it live.
Because you can bet that the DNC will be controlling the editing of that process before it goes on the air. They're going to be there. You can
We
bet
all
on that
know
one too.
it's CNN.
CNN, DNC,
Oh,
whatever.
Tim was like, "It's being recorded." He
Uh-huh.
didn't know.
Y'all, wake
Yeah.
up, Timmy. You know.
Not good.
I can say that to him because he's not here. Otherwise, he'd hit me. Okay, let's take a break. And we'll be right back. You're live and local Real Talk. Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME.
7.1. Have you gotten your copy of Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Flatwoods Outfitters, veteran-owned and operated, 111 Second Amendment Lane in Hubert off Highway 24 between Jacksonville and Swansboro, reminds you the hunting season will soon be in full swing and takes this time to wish you a safe Labor Day vacation. In addition to the best selection of long guns, small arms, and ammunition in the area, Flatwoods Outfitters is Onslow County's oldest total sportsman, where you can sight in your scope or take advantage of the shooting range to sharpen your skills or learn how to safely operate sporting arms or weapons for personal security using their outdoor shooting range. The range is open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6 and Sunday from 12 to 4. Flatwoods Outfitters encourages you to protect your Second Amendment rights. Flatwoods Outfitters can help with obtaining concealed carry permits as well. Call or visit Flatwoods Outfitters, 111 Second Amendment Lane, Hubert, just off Highway 24 between Jacksonville and Swansboro. Phone 910-353-7593. Flatwoods Outfitters, where they aim to preserve our hunting heritage, wildlife, and Constitution. If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011 City, open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 to 6 p.m. and convenience noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware 252-726-7158.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer. And you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Come today and see how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up control, with traditional lap to a familiar steering wheel experience. Four-wheel control provides precision, maneuverability, and stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Adjustable automotive-inspired high back seat lets you comfortably cut at your maximum speed, while a heavy-duty mowing deck powers your yard. Premium cut. Combine steering wheel control with premium features of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series, and you get a zero-turn mower ready to unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and a superior service.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
If you're looking for a home, or perhaps you want to sell your house, why would you not pick a realtor that knows Eastern North Carolina? Candy Brown Thompson has lived her entire life in this area and knows the territory like the back of her hand. She's a realtor with Century 21 Champion in Jacksonville and is known as a professional that will do everything possible to find the right home to meet your needs. It matters not whether you're looking for a small starter home or you're ready for a larger home. Candy will stick her neck out and check out homes throughout the eastern part of the state. She's known to look high and low and show you as many houses as you want until you have found the perfect house you can turn into a home. Throughout the process, she'll treat you with grace, kindness, and integrity, and you'll love her sense of humor. For a realtor dedicated to her clients, give Candy Brown Thompson of Century 21 Champion a call at 910-787-5600. That's 910-787-5600.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, push the button, this button, that button, these buttons, and I'll have it all straightened because we had to change some things in the show this morning just so we can make sure nothing.
We had a busy morning, and then we a few little computer issues.
For the tropical weather outlook.
Yes.
The 8 o'clock advisory, if they want to call it that, it's just a update. Central tropical Atlantic down there, a tropical wave over the central tropical Atlantic is producing some disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions appear conducive for gradual development, and a tropical depression could form by early next week while it moves westward at 10 to 15 miles per hour and approaches the Lesser Antilles. The system is then forecast to move westward to west-northwestward across portions of the eastern Caribbean Sea during the middle part of next week. Formation chances for the next couple of days, 0. Formation chances through 7 days is increased quite a bit here. It's now 40% chance of becoming a tropical something or other.
No, so start getting ready now.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't come our way, hey.
Well, that's the thing. Let's talk about your plan here for just a minute because I keep talking about plans. Why don't you spend the next couple of days this weekend
cleaning up your yard?
Well, you could why don't you develop a plan first? Because nothing's going to happen before next week. It's not going to happen even before the following weekend. Not around here if it does happen. But this would be a great exercise to put something down on paper. It doesn't have to be overly official, not the whereas and where ifs and whoever's and whatever's and stuff.
And what if any?
And just put down there, step 1, lock all the stuff up.
Right. Well, that's what I mean.
Just put on a checklist, trash cans, lawn furniture, if you've got any out there, anything that's loose that could start flying, have a plan. If it's going to be a small thing, still going to have winds, get yourself some rope and lash all your mess together.
Right. Buy your rope now.
Buy your rope now. You can go to the surplus stores and get them. If you need tarps, you can go to discount places and you can get some tarps.
$5.
And if you're but then that's like a kind of like a step 1. Then number 2 is go through your freezers. Find out what's in there that you should probably move to the top of your freezer so you can eat it in case the power goes out.
Well, I say clean my yard, which is probably what I need to put on my agenda for this weekend because I have a lot of stuff, some wood and stuff that actually needs to go to the curb and be picked up next week.
I got you. Well,
and so that's what I mean by cleaning your yard. There's some stuff you can do now.
That's just normal housekeeping,
yes.
Yard keeping.
You keep saying week after week, you're going to do it. And you don't.
Well, now's a good time to go do it.
Right.
Then the other thing is make sure, if you've got propane gas for like your stove or your water heater or something like that, just make sure you got it. And if just in case, if you don't have a generator and you've got a propane gas grill, if you've got a gas grill, then just make sure you've got, you've got a bottle or 2 ready to go so you can actually cook on it in case you're without power.
Excellent advice. Yes. Don't wait till there's a hurricane coming.
If one's coming, the gas people will be busy.
Right.
They're going to be really busy and you're going to be standing in a long line.
That's
right. You're going to have to get the gas anyway. Why don't you just go get it?
Go get it now. That's right. That's what I would do. I need to check mine.
And, if you take a look at your pantry, not mine, go take a look at your own pantry.
What are you trying to say?
I got my own pantry. It's under lock and key with cameras on it, and there's a guard there.
Yeah,
but
okay.
You take a look at it, see what kind of canned stuff you've got over there, non-perishable stuff that you could, perhaps use, and just make a list that, I need to go get some more, yada, 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 yada. Don't put bread and milk down on it.
No.
You're going to stock up on bread and milk, and you're just going to be, unless you eat a lot of bread and drink a lot of milk, the chances of you using it all up during a hurricane is pretty close to 0.
There's other ways that you can make snacks, like get a box of crackers and use that for dipping into.
If you are going to get some bread just before a storm comes, I'm going to give you a hint. Get a loaf or two of sourdough bread.
Yes,
It lasts
does well.
longer.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
It lasts longer.
Yes, it does.
So it doesn't turn green right away
Right,
and
right.
moldy like the other stuff does. That's what we get all the time now.
Well, on a general basis, what we have been through in the past, I think the most we've been without electricity for some people, maybe 5 or 6 days.
That's a long time when your life depends on electricity.
I just come over here. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, because we're
That's
so
a long
spoiled
time.
anyway.
It is. We are. You got an electric toothbrush?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. We're spoiled.
Yes.
If you-
Well, I do because it's better
got
for
hot
your
water?
teeth. Yes.
Mhm.
We're spoiled.
Yep.
Right.
Taking a cold shower lately?
A couple weeks ago until I got things fixed.
Yeah.
but, yeah.
Okay. I understand. So things can go bad.
That's
but,
right.
You know, you should have gotten a John Star's electric standby
It won't be this-
generator.
it'll
But
probably
now
be
it's
next
not
year.
too late, even if you start it now,
Right.
because we got this winter time coming up and
Yeah.
an ice storm. Forget snow. Snow is just going to
Right.
keep you confined in your house for a while.
Right.
An ice storm is going to bring power lines down.
It will. I've seen it. Yeah,
Okay.
we've been through that.
And that's worse than 5 inches of snow is an inch of ice. Tell you.
Right.
Okay. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow we have the communications director for
Oh.
Onslow County Government,
Kevin coming in.
Kevin, and I'm not even going to try to do his last name. Yeah, sounds
I
good.
don't care. I don't know. What, it sounds
Rapello
good.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
it is. We'll talk
And
later.
I think Tim Foster, the commissioner, the chairman of the
yeah.
commissioners, is coming in with him, and we're going to talk about this strategic initiative that they are talking about. You can go online and fill out the survey. They're going to be having some town halls next week on it to inform the people of the county. So they're coming in to explain it all.
All right, go ahead.
I
and-
had questions.
Now, for you folks out there who haven't done it, go to give the sheriff's office a call and ask for the,
Captain Bruce Dixon.
if you don't remember the name, just ask for the academy.
All right.
Tell me you want to go to the Citizens Academy. They'll connect you up and get you signed up. Starts on the 10th.
Yes, it
And-
does.
but you
Goes for
need to
10
get-
weeks,
And yeah,
Tuesday nights,
10 days.
6 to 9.
I mean, 10 weeks for one night a week.
That's right.
Okay, so it's a cool thing. 3 hours a night. Go through it. You'll enjoy it, no doubt about it. And Lee will pastor you because she's going to be there.
Yeah, I'm going to go and we're going to bring you inside information as what exactly goes on.
Yeah, and then that'll be fun. So you get to meet Lee and all the other folks that are there, and might even end up on radio.
That's right.
Have a great rest of your day. Coming up right after about 10 o'clock this morning, another dose of the Daily D's, Rick D's. And at 3 o'clock is Chris Hollywood, man. And we're all getting ready for Sports Talk tomorrow.
That's right.
And also for tomorrow night, Cardinals,
Cardinals
and the
versus
Vikings.
the
and
White
a
Oak Vikings.
bunch of other games.
Support
Take
your
one in
schools.
and support your school.
Right.
If you don't want to support yours, support Cardinals. You're live and local, Real Talk,
Yeah.
Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Fox News is now.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.